Good evening, everybody. It's Saturday night. Ron Hall here. Hell, y'all know who I am. The artist formerly known as Red Zone Ron. And after 27 years, last night was the first Friday night in all of those years that I wasn't at a high school football game. Felt a little odd, but actually felt good. I walked away of my own accord. Hello, Kim, if I had not walked away, decided to hang up the microphone on the high school level, would I take part this year? No. And last night was the perfect example. Why? Hi, Alice. I saw a lot of photographs and a lot of footage from high school football games last night. Some people, hi, Diane, some people did it the right way. Eastridge, they did it the right way. Socially distancing the crowd. Cleveland did it the right way. Brainerd and Hickson, you hate to say it, but neither one of those teams, they played each other. Brainerd does not travel. Even though it's in town, their fans still do not travel. And Hickson, unfortunately, the days of a packed house at Hickson Community Stadium are over. The community just doesn't support the team. So social distancing was not an issue there. Red Bank Soddy Daisy. Red Bank's in the same situation as Hickson. The community does not support that team. Not like they used to. But you look at the Soddy Daisy side of the field. The stands are packed. Literally no distance, but we have a country expression, a-holes to elbows. And you saw some masks, you saw no masks. And hello, Alan. And that was disturbing. They're going to get called out. Other games I saw, there were packed stands. The TSSAA did not issue orders. They just said recommendations. And I understand the money issue. But public safety is important. And some people dropped the ball last night. And they dropped it badly. Now, that being said, this is not the responsibility of the head football coach. This is the responsibility of the athletic directors and the principals to enforce these guidelines. The football coach has enough to worry about. They don't need to be worrying about crowd control, keeping the crowd where it should be for public safety. They've got enough to deal with. They've got a game to play. So it's on the athletic directors and the principals. And I've drawn a total brain fart. There was a game Thursday night, and the athletic director of the host school stopped the game. And told his school supporters that this is not the way it's going to be. You're either going to distance yourself in the stands or the game's going to be stopped and will not be replayed. Now, will there be an athletic director or principal in this area with enough fortitude to do that? I don't know. We are in the South, and football rules. And I've said it all week long. It's going to be interesting to see 2 weeks from now what kind of increase in cases are we going to see. And some of the schools in this area from last night need to be ashamed. You had no regard for public safety. And you're going to continue to be called out. Next Saturday night, we're going to call them out by name. Tonight, Red Bank. And the fans of Soddy Daisy High School. When you saw that those stands were full, you should have taken your ass over to the Red Bank side. There were plenty of empty seats over there. But we still have the people out there with that attitude, oh, this ain't real. This is all fake, and when the election is over, COVID-19 will go away. So believe what you want. Stay the hell away from me if you're maskless. And take it home to grandma and grandpa, and then come back to me and say I was wrong. There's supposed to be a big hoop-de-doo at Coolidge Park, an organization called Save the Children. And an interesting story in the Chattanooga Times Free Press this morning. City authorities are very concerned about this. Number one, they don't have a permit to gather. And number two, there has been a huge infiltration from that great Marjorie Greene supported group, QAnon, who serves no purpose by walking this planet. They are the right-wing equivalent of Antifa. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. You've got Antifa, extreme left, and you've got QAnon, extreme right. And will the police in Chattanooga, because gathering's supposed to be at Coolidge Park, will the police do something about it? Will they disperse the crowd? Because there are estimates that up to between 200 and 500 people are going to show up for this, because it's under the guise of protecting children from pedophiles, which is good. That's an admirable task. But if you have allowed an extremist organization to corrupt your organization, got no use for you. And you shouldn't be allowed to protest. And you need to clean those people out if you can find them, because they are just like Antifa. They lay low. They're not going to give themselves away. And it's up to us as ordinary citizens to do our part to quell the extremism on both sides. There is a middle road in this. If I see one more meme proclaiming Bill Clinton a pedophile, I'm going to scream. There's no evidence that he was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Give it up. Let it go. Also, a nice, interesting tidbit in that plans are being made now to make a food pantry available to the residents of Brainerd, similar to what they did in Red Bank. There are still a lot of people hurting, folks, and any little bit helps, because to get help from the community kitchen and the Chattanooga Food Bank is kind of tough. To be able to go to the Chattanooga Food Bank, you got to jump through a lot of damn hoops. And in other cities, that has not been the case. Organizations have stepped up, and you've seen the lines, people getting boxes of food because they're freaking hungry, because they're not working. And folks need help. If you know somebody that needs help, for God's sakes, help them. There used to be a great organization in this country called the JCs. And their membership is down to almost inconsequential, when year after year after year during their heyday, the JCs, what would you call it? A pseudonym for the Junior Chamber of Commerce. But during their heyday, you would see the national president on the Jerry Lewis Telethon giving millions upon millions of dollars, because there were millions of members across this country. And it was a great civic organization that is on life support now. During its heyday, the JCs kicked the living snot out of the Rotary, the Kiwanis, the Optimist. They can't hold a candle, or could not hold a candle, to what the JCs would do. When I lived in Florida, you could always count on the JCs in the state of Florida to come through for you. Any type of natural disaster, the JCs were there doing cleanup, providing food, helping provide shelter. Didn't see Rotarians doing it. Didn't see Optimists or Kiwanis doing it. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of that organization. And now efforts are underway, and I'm part of those efforts to bring the JCs back to national prominence. Now, I won't be allowed to be a member, because membership is 21 to 40. You're supposed to do your time and serve your community, and then take what you have learned and move on. But maybe that's the problem. We've got one whining ass millennial in Chattanooga that if he'd get off his ass and quit whining and maybe start the organization back in Chattanooga, because at one time, Chattanooga had the largest JC chapter in the world. Alan worked at Blue Cross. Those two towers that sit next to Lawrence Doster Lincoln Mercury, bingo, they used to be called the JC Towers because they were built by the Chattanooga JCs. Yeah, I'm an old fart. Hello to my brother over there in LJ. But hopefully, with the help that, and it's all been generated in Florida because I'm a part of the Florida JC alumni group. And hopefully we can kickstart this organization back across the country to what they used to be. And that would be wonderful, because had I not had that experience, you'd never find me behind a microphone anywhere. Because it was those skills that I learned. Most people who tell you or who know me will tell you that organizationally, I am OCD. I want everything to be perfect. And I learned how to organize projects by being in the JCs. And you used to have haunted houses all over, and most of them were JC projects. It was one of my favorite projects as the president of West Orange JCs. Our very first huge project, there was an old hotel in Winter Garden, Florida that was no longer being used. They had just completed filming a slasher movie. My brother will remember it because I do believe he was living in Florida at the time too. They just finished filming a slasher movie. So we arranged to use it for the haunted hotel. And there were lines around the block for a solid week to get in and have the living crap scared out of you. So wish us luck that we can revive this organization. And that's with all due respect to people that I know that are in the Rotary and in the Kiwanis and in the Optimist Club. You can't hold a handle. You can't hold a candle to the work that the JCs did, because it was young people wanting to make an impact in their community and do community work. So maybe the crowd under 40 needs to think about, what can I do for my community? I need to be helping my community, because it seems that's sorely lacking these days. And that's not, I mean, I hate to sound like an old fart complaining about the younger generation, but so many of them seem focused on career, which is good. Don't get me wrong. And gathering money. Hey, how about thinking about doing some good for your community? Actually, some good for your community. Find a project, gather some people. Something like the Tennessee River Rescue Project. We need more stuff like that going on in this area, because there's not a lot of it. Not like it used to be. So, you know, think about that if you're younger, okay? Think about that, folks. because one, you're going to feel damn good about yourself. When you do something good for somebody else, you are amazed how much better you feel. It just gives you a sense of pride. Now let's have some fun. And if I'd have thought of it, we would be leading into this segment with the Harper Valley PTA. Because I'm going to give you news that everybody else is afraid to freaking report. That's one reason I'm here. Because nobody else is going to talk about this, but I think it's freaking hilarious. And it's just perfect with what's going on over in Marion County. Principal of Whitwell Elementary. Oh, and I found some new water today. A new flavor of Nestle Splash Water, since I'm supposed to drink at least 6 bottles of water a day. What is it? Mandarin orange. Good stuff. But as we all know, the principal of Whitwell Elementary no longer has a job from a meme he posted on social media mocking Vice President Biden and Kamala Harris. Well, well-placed sources in Marion County have told yours truly that the woman who initiated the complaint against the principal of Whitwell Elementary is now under investigation, along with the superintendent of the Marion County schools, because they've been committing hanky-panky. One is a teacher, and then the superintendent. Now, is to call out Principal Smith for his meme while you're busy being busy? Seems a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black, if you ask me. And now you've got yourself and you've got the superintendent in hot water. And see, I don't mention names because that saves my ass. But that's the rumor mill circulating through Marion County, is the woman that caused all the problems for the principal is under investigation because she's having, I thought it was kind of funny. Examine your own storage building before you start throwing crap out. Before you're like the monkeys in the zoo and throwing feces out at each other, you might want to check yourself and make sure that you're squeaky clean. I mean, I've been approached to run for political office. That's hand to God. No, I ain't going to do it. I got more baggage than you could put on the Titanic. And that's okay. I know my limitations. But more than one source has told me that this is what is going on. And I just find it extremely amusing that you're going to call out a principal over what I find is a disgusting meme. But it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'm just as tough on the people from the right as I am the left. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi will always be on my piece of shit list. And so will Don Lemon. But so will Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity and Marjorie Greene. Yeah, I bet Marjorie Greene could actually be a really nice person. And it probably wouldn't be that difficult for her to give it a try. But just, oh my. It's been a really good weekend so far. And we hope you guys are enjoying it. College football just right around the corner. And if you don't think that the SEC is going to enforce social distancing, hide and watch. Now we're still 3 weeks away from the season starting in Georgia. I have all the confidence in the world that the teams in North Georgia are going to do it the right way. Although you still, hi Cindy, although you still have the anti-mask crowd, and it is what it is. We're just going to have to learn to live with it, but quit saying coronavirus is going to end when the election is over, because it's not. Then you have to ask yourself the question, will you go get a vaccination? Will you be vaccinated against COVID? Now, I'm not, and I'll admit it, and I tell my cardiologist, I do not get a flu shot. Because I just don't like to feel bad. Flu shot in the past has made me feel bad. I just don't like to feel bad. But I think this is one instance where I'm going to get the vaccination. Because I'd like to live a little while longer. You know, that'd be kind of cool. I got a birthday coming up, and I don't even know how many days away it is. But it's less than 30 days away. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and count the number of days. And I'd like to keep on living. So I wear my mask. For all intents and purposes, I remain a freaking hermit. If I need to run some errands, like go to Walmart or run through the drive-thru, because every now and then, don't you just get the craving for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Am I the only person that still thinks the best fried chicken is KFC? Sometimes I just get a craving. And I'll go through the drive-thru at KFC over on East Brainerd Road. Oh, my brother chimes in. It's 15 days until my birthday. Thanks a lot, baby brother. Thanks a lot. I know, put the cigarette down. But, the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices. And I want the original. I don't want the extra freaking crispy. I want the original recipe. Because that's when I look up to the heavens and thank you, God, for Crestor. Because when I eat chicken, I eat fried chicken, and I want it with the skin on. I am totally carnivore on that crap. And there's just something about KFC and the mashed potatoes and gravy. And they still have the best damn coleslaw in the world. They still have the best coleslaw in the world. Because I think they changed it a little bit. But it was the only coleslaw you could find that instead of mayonnaise, they used mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. Not Cool Whip. And I can't do the Stewie Griffin Cool Whip. But there's some, I mean, every now and then you just got to have some KFC. Every now and then I'll splurge or change it up a little bit. Hi, Tina. And congratulations. Everybody say congratulations to Tina, who had her virtual graduation over the weekend. And I saw the video and her in her cap and gown and her little stuffed owl. But occasionally I'll change up and I'll go to Bojangles. Because I love me some Bojangles biscuits. I mean, and their dirty rice. Holy crap. Hey, baby brother. Hi, Lisa. Baby brother, the best coleslaw I ever had was what Mama made. Mama made the best coleslaw. But we always could, I mean, she would, when we had Christmas dinner, you could always count on Mom would do everything except Dad would do the ham. Dad always cooked the ham. Because my brother will be the first to tell you that on Christmas morning, whoa, the smell of ham going all through the house because it had been cooking all night. But KFC is still fried chicken. It is still fried chicken. And damn it, now I've got to cry. I've given myself a craving. Maybe I'll get some pickles and ice cream. No, I'm not pregnant. And I don't like pickles. But here within the next 24 hours, you're going to have the opportunity, if you want, to be able to get a video greeting from me. Or a video shout out. Or if you have someone playing youth sports, hey, I'll make a home run call. I will be part of the Now on Deck team. Public address announcers, radio, television. It's very similar to the celebrity shout out called Cameo. Where for a nominal fee, somebody wants a birthday present. I'll be more than happy to do it. Video shout out. Just $15. Because if you want to go to Cameo and get a shout out from Ric Flair, you better break out. Who's on a $100 bill? I can't remember. It's been so long since I saw a $100 bill. But you better break out several of them. And $15. Yeah. If you got a grandson or a child that plays youth league baseball, okay, there we go. Ben Franklin. If you want a video shout out from Ric Flair, break out more than a couple of those Benjamin Franklins. I just thought it was a way, and if I know you, I'll probably do the damn thing for free. So it just seems like an opportunity. Who knows? I may join some of my Twitter friends and get on Cameo. You know, my buddy, Tony Katane. But it just, it's now on deck.com. And it's run by the grandson of Howard Cosell, who is the public address announcer for the New York Mets. He and Marisol Castro split time as public address announcer for the Mets. And he started it and welcomed me in last night. So that's what we wanted to hit on for tonight. Let's hope next weekend we see a little bit more social distancing in high school football. Some schools, like I said, did it the right way. East Ridge, East Hamilton. Other schools didn't do it. But I'm still asking one question. Every time you see a report from college football training camps, all the assistant coaches are masked. All the coaching staff have masks on. Why aren't we seeing that at other levels? I don't understand that. And it's like I saw the officials last night in one game. Some had on masks, some didn't. And like I said, it is up to the athletic directors and the principals at each school to make sure this is done the right way. It's not the football coach's responsibility. He is the CEO of an organization, which is that football team. The athletic director is the CEO of the athletic department, and he's the one who will answer to that state's high school association, along with the principal. So ADs and principals, do your job. As The Rock says, know your role. I can't do the raised eyebrow. But that wraps it up for a Sunday night. We hope you have had fun. I cannot tell you how tickled I am to see each and every one of you. Going to try to make it a regular schedule of Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Tonight, make sure to tune in Chattanooga Live. Dwayne Gass, the big kahuna, he's on at 10 o'clock. Listen to Clint Powell during the break podcast, Brian Stone on Air. He starts at Nooga Radio Monday at 10 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Nooga Radio. And I mentioned Clint Powell during the break. And my friend Kevin Burke has a podcast that is directed toward youth sports parents. Look him up. Good stuff. He's been around youth sports with his kids for years. He also said that the Silverdale game last night, it was a good job of social distancing there. So hats off to them. We will see you back here Monday night. I'm going to be exceedingly lazy the rest of tonight. And tomorrow, I'm just going to be lazy. But we're going to try to put this regularly Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Now that high school football has started, I know Alan was at Cleveland's game last night. Kim will be at... No, I did not say that word, Don. I don't use that word. Now he's totally distracted me by that comment. But Mondays, Thursday and Saturday. That way I'll have time to stew over the stuff. And I can get mad, or I can get happy. I can get stupid, But thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. And, hey, just remember, be kind to each other. See you Monday night.